Gentlemen, this is Coach Tritley, and thank you for watching this instructional video. We're going to watch a 45-second clip that captures lots of action up and down the lacrosse field. This was a recent scrimmage in Denver, Colorado, and we're going to start off with a clear that becomes settled offense. We're going to commit a turnover, and then we're riding. We're going to bust that ride so that we give up a fast break on defense and a goal at the other end of the field. So we're going to start off with a clear. The ball is going to get cleared in this vicinity here. And so the first thing to notice when we're setting up a clear, I'll use yellow circles for our team. We have 1, 2, and over here on the edge, 3 players that are entirely too close to the ball. We need a defenseman to get into this back corner. We need a defenseman on the opposite corner so that we have 3 along our goalie, so 2 defensemen and the goalie. And then we want the third close defenseman and our 3 midfielders across the midfield line. This is a midfielder here, and he's going to go pick up the ball again in this location. And so everyone else should have cleared out. These 2 middies, the one here on the edge of the screen, should have cleared out. This defenseman should be in that far back corner, or perhaps at the midfield line at the opposite side of the field. But either way, we've got too many people in this vicinity. Now, we're going to successfully clear anyway based on great effort from Cole Skillington. So here is a good reminder. I use names in these videos so that everyone watching knows which player I'm talking about. It's not to point out who specifically is doing things right or who's doing things wrong. We all make mistakes in the lacrosse field. I use names solely for reference sake. Cole does a fine job hustling that ball across midfield, and he's going to pass it down the wing to Camden Stanley. Now I'll try to pause it here. Exactly the moment where Camden catches it happens off screen, but it turns out Camden caught the ball and he's already on the run. So what I love about that is he catches the ball and he's immediately on the move. Again, movement is your best defense against pressure, or your best counter move against pressure coming from the defense. So catch it, move, pass again as quickly as possible. Camden's going to make a pass down to Nate Kaufman at X. Notice how Nate catches it and again immediately moves. Now, in this instance, I want you to notice that Nate caught the ball somewhere around here. He's going to pass the ball somewhere around here. That is the distance we want to be traveling on each perimeter pass. It takes a lot of effort to successfully perimeter pass. Nate's going to move the ball up to Griffin Ames. Griffin starts to move after he caught the ball here. But what I want you to notice is Griffin moves straight upfield, which makes the defense's job easier. What you want to do instead is move away from the defender towards the sideline. The sideline is safety, especially for attackmen who are catch the ball either at the high corner and you're carrying it down to the low corner, or vice versa. Catch it low, carry it high. Get out wide towards the sideline. Now, one of the other complications here, this defenseman, I'll use red for the defense. This defenseman just checked Griffin's stick, and that's going to cause the turnover. But just off the edge of the screen here, I want you to see the midfielder that we're trying to pass to here. So to highlight it here, this is one of our freshmen just off the screen, Case McElligott, and Case is pinched in too far to the center of the field and too far down. So this is the restraining line here. So you can see he's inside the restraining line. This is about the center line cutting through the goal. And you can see Case is almost at the center line of the field and inside the restraining line. Instead, I'm going to play this forward so we get a better view. Okay, so instead, we would want Case to be way out here, above the restraining box, outside the corner of the restraining box. If he had done that, then Griffin's pass angle would have been upfield. That defenseman would not have checked it. Instead, Griffin's pass angle was in towards the center of the field. That makes the defense's job easier. Now, we're not going to get this ground ball. Now we're riding. So this opponent has secured the ground ball. That's fine. Now we're riding. Cole Skillington is in a position to be able to apply some pressure here, but the pressure doesn't work. And here's the key for a midfielder. You have to judge when you're in the transition zone between the wing lines. So here's the end of one set of wing lines, and on the opposite side of the field would be the end of the other end of the wing lines. In this area, we usually do not want to try to apply pressure as a short stick midi. It's okay for the attack to apply pressure here, because they're not going to cross the midfield line. It's okay for a long stick midi to apply some pressure here. But as a short stick midfielder, if you don't get an immediate takeover when you're outside or before you enter that area, if you don't get an immediate takeover out in this space, I'll use red. If you don't get the takeover before it, once you're inside that transition area, it is best to drop back with the player and make sure you don't give up a fast break. And if we watch here, you'll see how Cole applies pressure. He's still in a good position here, but he makes one last lunge to attempt to push the opponent out of the sidelines, and it doesn't work. And as a result, we end up giving up a fast break. So now that player is running free and clear. I'll use red. This player is running free and clear straight into our defense. Now we've taken what could have been a 4 versus 4 settled situation and given the other team a 4 versus 3 fast break. Now we'll play it forward here a bit, and we'll see that Joe Elliott is the point defenseman who is guarding this point attackman. So Joe does the right thing. The player with the ball is going to come in, and usually he's going to make a slide to the point attackman because our point defenseman is the one who's going to stop the ball. Here's the challenge. Joe goes too early and too far out. So Joe's going out now to stop ball. Well, if we play it forward till we can see the goal, this ball carrier is nowhere near being a threat to shoot on goal. We don't want to stop the ball in a fast break situation until the last minute, just before that ball carrier becomes a shooting threat. If we go too soon, like we did in this instance, what we do is we leave very wide open passing lanes, and we don't have enough defenders to cover. So Derek Crumlin here was coming up to take Joe's man. I'll get rid of those arrows so it's easier. Joe was coming up to take this man Derek was coming up to take the point attackman that Joe just left. Lance Padilla is locked up on the ball side low wing, which is probably a good place to be. But what that leaves open off the side, you can't see, is a wide open diagonal pass. And again, this player is able to make that long diagonal pass because the passing lanes were so wide open. The passing lanes were wide open because we spaced out our defense. If you stay packed in and you slide at the last minute, we have more sticks in the air to block passing lanes, and our slides are shorter so we can get there sooner. And so we'll play this out. You'll see that long pass connected, simple dump on the doorstep, one-on-one with the goalie. So thanks for watching, everyone. I know there's a lot going on up and down in this one single play, but this is an example of how we all work together as a team. After a successful clear, if we possess that ball on offense for 2 minutes, spin it around the perimeter 3 times, and execute a quality offense, we never have to worry about that busted ride, let alone the fast break defense. If we ride back with the intent of preventing fast breaks versus trying to create takeaways, then we end up playing settled defense. We probably don't give up that fast break goal. So it all works together, gentlemen. Thanks for watching.